Hi everyone, welcome to Art with Miss Lynn. So today we are going to make a winter wonderland collage or a winter village scene using paper and a few different materials. We're going to need glue, scissors, if you have paint, white paint, and a Q-tip or brush, we can use that to do our final touch of the snow scene. And paper, different shapes. I have already some pre-cut shapes to make my winter village scene. And we have white paper and also a background paper, preferred to be blue, right? Something dark or purple or even black. Something dark that you can show the bright color shapes of the houses. So we're going to start with the white paper. I'm going to make a ground and hold it vertically, just the white paper. We're going to tear, and you can make it a little bit bumpier. If you want to control it a little bit more, then you hold it and tear it a little bit slower. So we start with just whipping the paper and then make a ground, sort of like that, right? Now of course it doesn't have to be just like this. You can add another layer. It could be curvier and hilly looking. All right, but let's start with that. I'm going to glue this down, and then we will use the different shapes that I have to create a winter wonderland scene. So adding glue to the almost to the edge, but not all the way. So I'm going to put this down to make the ground. Tap, tap, tap. And like I said, if you want to add another layer, you just need to tear another part. If you want to make a hill, right, and it could just kind of go up, or it could be on the other side. So really up to you how you want to build the ground. So I'm going to add this extra part to make this look like it's on the hill. Make this a little higher. Okay, let's put this back down like that. So now I have a hill. Or when you tear it, you could try to control the whipping, the tearing, to make this like a bigger part, and you tear it. Now we're going to make some houses. I have basic shapes like rectangles or square. I'm gonna have just like 3 or 4 houses in different colors, so it really pops. And then thinking about creating sort of like a dimension of things that are in the front, maybe in the middle, and then maybe something that's a little bit further away, right? You can have the house overlapping, like one in front of another. You could spread them out more, or they're closer together, right next to each other. So you're the artist. You can plan and see how you want to arrange them. So I'm going to arrange them first before I glue. I'm going to use trapezoid. I don't want to put red on red. It's kind of hard to see. So try to put it on another color. Then it will make the houses really colorful. How about triangle for this one? And then another trapezoid one right here. Right, something like that. And you can, of course, add more houses if you like. So now I have my houses down. How I want to be. One in the front, one a little bit further away. So when you are creating a picture, an image, whatever that is closest to the bottom of the paper will appear to be like the closest to you as the viewer. So things that are higher on the paper plane like this, that means it's further away. You can also create the illusion of space and distance by shape, right? Things in the front are bigger, and then things far away are smaller. So let's glue this house down. be creative. You don't need to use color paper. You can always use whatever pattern paper you find at home. Maybe some wrapping paper that's left after you wrap your presents, since it's winter time, or newspaper or magazine pictures. There you can find a lot of paper materials at home. Now I'm going to add some trees. I have some pre-cut triangles for some pine trees. This one is the biggest. Maybe I want to put it right there. It could be right next to the house. Maybe one over here. Right, so you can think about where you want to put these things. Be like that. Now, I don't know about you, but it just snowed a lot yesterday where I am in New York City. So right outside my house is filled with snow everywhere. There's something magical about snow that makes everything look very beautiful, especially when it's just falling. But afterwards, it might be very dirty. So after we glue down the triangles or the trees, I'm gonna put this kind of on the hill behind the snow a little bit. After we glue this down, then think about what else you want to add. So for example, I have some even smaller shapes, like these little squares and rectangles, and those can be for the little details of the house, which is doors, windows, right? So let's do that too. I cut out a few rectangles. Think about what color you want to use for each one. You can always put it right in front of on top of the door or the house, and see if you want it to be over here or here. I think this orange will be really bright next to the yellow or on top of the yellow. How about green? So I already cut out these shapes, but normally if you want to work while you are on the project during the process, you can cut it out on the way, or you can cut these out before you assemble everything and arrange everything, right? These are a little bit hard to take out. So I have some white. I can make a little bit of white window, maybe up here. You can also add chimney. If the shape is too small, I would suggest that you put the glue down onto your main paper before you glue down the shape, or else it will be a little bit sticky. It will stick to your hand and it's harder to come off. Just a suggestion, but you can also put glue over there, and then you just have to rub it off. All right, I'm almost done with my houses. Of course, you can add chimneys also. If you want to add other things like people, animal, I think we can do that after you do all the main shapes, and you can draw on top, or if you want to cut it out. It might be a little bit tricky to cut. Let's put one more over here. Depending on the size of your paper, if you are making a big collage, like a big house, then your people might be easier to cut out. For smaller, tiny little things, it's not that it can't be done, but it's just a little bit harder. So now I have my winter wonderland picture, except it's not winter time. Well, it is, the ground it is, but the top I can finish it with some either oil pastel or white crayon, if you have like strong white crayon, or if you have paint, then we can use white and add some snow. Right? Let's do that. So the Q-tip is really fun to use if you don't have a brush. So you just need to tap, 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 and have fun with some snowfall. And here and there. Now, of course, your snow can be on the rooftop, right, of your house. Imagine if big snowstorm just arrived or passed away. Or passed, not passed away. So I have some snow on the rooftop. So for the trees, I can also add some snow, especially the tip. Some snow here and there. All right. After a while, your Q-tip might become like this. That might be a little bit harder to use. Have to throw it. Maybe use the other end instead. So here is our, what I call winter wonderland or a winter village scene with just a few houses. It will be even more colorful if you add more houses. All right. This is really quick and fun to do. I hope you have fun. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.